Here. Hey everyone, what's today? Wednesday?
Happy Wednesday. Feliz miércoles a todos.
Para poder llegar a ti es todo tan difícil, es todo tan difícil para poder llegar. Me dicen siempre que no estás, pero yo no les creo, pero yo no les creo, no dicen la verdad. Oh, hey Vicky, how's it going? Happy Wednesday.
Hi Vicky, thank you so much
Yo
for
no
watching.
tengo la culpa que seas muy niña y que te guste el baile. Siempre te la pasas peleando con tu padre porque no te dejas salir a bailar. Para poder llegar a ti es todo tan difícil, es todo tan difícil para poder llegar. How's everyone doing today? First and foremost, I don't say that?
First and foremost?
Yes. We want to shed light, our condolences to everyone, all the families in Uvalde, Texas. Very horrible thing that happened. Today we're going to talk about that because we work in a school district. We have been security.
Yes.
We have been yard duties. We're paraeducators now. We're translators. What else do we do? Clerical. So we know all the odds and ends of things that happen in these school systems. And it's very unfortunate, and many of you may not agree with us, but I do believe that situations like this, they can be prevented. I really feel like they can be prevented. It's very awful that the families have to suffer and all of these people, but there's just so many things that play a part of it, and I'm very passionate about this subject, and I'm very upset, not only for the families, but for the whole district over there. What's the outcome? What's going to happen next? What are we going to talk about, like you were saying about that?
You're supposed to report things, signs you see in the schools with students, all that, and working in that. I mean, it just seems like a lot of the schools, like that administrators, they just kind of turn away and they don't really look into it.
Yes, so I feel like, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know how your school district works, but I'm sure there's a mandate to report as an administrator, as a person. If I don't know what they have. Do they have security over there? Or what was the
I'm
deal?
not sure.
I'm not sure how it works over there. But being from the bottom to the top, yard duty, lunch lady, whatever, you're a mandated reporter. So anything, I'm sure that boy, because I heard a little bit, I read a little bit about it today. I'm not sure where I saw it, but I saw that he had a speech impediment and that he felt like he was being bullied. And those are the type of students that we work with as paraeducators. And some of them, they do feel very intensely. And when they feel like they're being attacked, they feel that. There's nothing we can do about it if that's how they feel. And I have noticed that, you know, when they've spoken to a trusted, so to say, adult or whatever that's called, a lot of times what do you call it, Emily? They push them away? They push them away, or what do you call that?
You have to make appointments with counselors on site.
There's too much sun. Sorry, I had to move because there's a lot of sun. No, so anyways, talking about that, let's talk about that stuff. Like I was saying, I think people can be proactive about it. I'd like to see some changes. Like I saw a man on our TikTok earlier, and we stitched it, where he wants to show up with how many people? 10 people. And
no, I don't know.
What did he say? The man, he said he wanted to be with. What do you get?
No, because I don't know what the fuck he said.
He was saying that he wants to show up in front of the schools or something and give people a hug.
He's just gonna be out there and show students that they shouldn't be afraid to go to school. And I mean, people are talking about that there should be more police patrols, all that. That's not gonna help.
But again, us being in this system, in a system, I don't think that's the solution here.
No, it's not.
That's not the solution, because again, the SROs that are there, you have one police officer, 2 police officers for how many students? How many students are in each school? There's about 500 students in each school. Here there's about, I don't even know how many schools there are. But 500 people, you can't put 2 people where there's so
No, you
many
can't.
people. Can't be in the same place in one. There's some rowdy kids here. So anyways, that's what we're talking about. And the gun control too. I know that people want to do gun control. Cut it out. People want to do gun control and all that stuff. That's not going to help either. That's not going to help either. Guns, I really, and you can disagree with me, that's fine, but guns don't kill people. People kill people. Again, you're gonna tell me that the grandfather didn't know. I'm very upset. I'm just reading, I'm just going based on what I've been
Further
reading.
details.
Yes.
The grandfather was a convicted felon. That's what it says in the article.
Okay.
The mother had drug issues.
Okay.
I don't know about the abuela.
So again, this is what my
questions
questions are, and I don't know if I'm in the right to even be talking about this, but I feel very passionate about it because it's not right. Where was the CW? Here we have CWA, which is called the Child Welfare Attendant. If the kid starts to, excuse me, if the kid starts to have a truancy record or doesn't want to go to school, or the teachers see him as an at-risk person or at-risk child, they're supposed to look into it. So what happened with that? That's what I want to know. Where are these people? Where I want to know more.
So it's part of the whole
because let's go into all of these, not just this one. Let's go back to the Sandy Hook. Same thing. Wasn't his mom a principal?
Yeah.
Cut it out! Cut it out! Cut it out! His mom was a principal. And then what else? Yeah, see, this thing, you gotta show discipline. Doesn't matter if it's not my kid. Anyways, excuse me, my allergies. But let's go back to all this, like Columbine too. These kids, let's get to the root of the problem, right? Everybody felt bullied. So where's all this help?
But now everyone's just throwing out mental illness.
That too, and so I'm sorry, but you might not agree with me. But today's video is I want to shed light on that
because that guy was enrolled in the school district of that same school district. So
cut it out.
What were they doing with him? If they saw signs, what else?
And not only that, okay. And then we just did a video a while back about the word dropout, right?
Yes.
Because some people that are in the gang genre, they want to say that you can't call somebody a dropout if they were never a part of a big organization. Okay. Well, a dropout to us, we've used the word dropout, and perfect example. The kid couldn't find his footing. Cut it out! He couldn't find his footing. He couldn't find where, to fit in. So he became a dropout. And why did these poor kids have to pay for that? This is what I'm saying again. There's so many controversial issues that go into it, right? Hola, Manuel, ¿cómo estás?
Hola.
Ahorita estamos hablando sobre el incidente que pasó en Texas, pues. Lo que pasó en Texas. What? Y estamos hablando de eso, que yo tengo mucho coraje y me siento muy mal por las familias que perdieron sus hijos en esa tragedia que pasó allá en Texas, por la razón de que nosotros trabajamos en las escuelas y siempre nos ha pasado a nosotras también, porque nosotros somos los que cuidamos ahí los niños cuando salen al recreo o lo que sea, y hay veces que yo he reportado personas, estudiantes que a mí me dan mala espina por cualquier cosa, y les dices a los administradores que ellos son los que se deben de encargar y ¡ay, no pasa nada! ¡Ay, están exagerando! Son niños. Pero fíjese, ese niño no era un niño, era un niño traumado. Sí, decían que tenía un tartamudez, tartamudeaba y él se sentía inseguro de sí, no tenía autoestima y se sentía que no lo apoyaban. También estaba teniendo problemas en su casa. No sabemos por qué. Tenía un trabajo. So I don't know how to help people like him. I think people as a community need to, how would I say that? I think we all need to be a little kinder to people. There are different people. I'm not saying that that's why he did that. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, maybe we need to teach our kids to just recognize that there are different people. And maybe if somebody would have been nice to him, it would have prevented it.
Well, it's not justifying it either.
It's not justifying. No, it's not.
It all takes place because as parents, you don't know what's going on with your kids.
I'm having allergies.
Fucking, también in the school districts, it's just a lot of things.
We're going to take a moment of silence and we'll play Te Vas Ángel Mío. What? Our condolences to the people out in Uvalde, Texas, y esperemos que podemos ayudarle a alguien y hay que ser parte de la comunidad. Hay gente que quieren quitar las armas, hay gente que quieren que haya más seguridad. Yo no siento que eso va a cambiar en las escuelas, even if they were, aunque pusieran más seguridad, aunque les quiten las
like here in
armas.
town today, there were many
officers.
officers present at the schools. That's not gonna do anything.
It's not.
It's not, because also, how do you even go there with that? Like, people that are supposed to be watching these children here at the schools, it's like, what, security? But it's not. It's yard duties and all that.
Yes.
They don't.
At least here in our area, we're yard supervisors, but we don't have a guard card. We don't have the authority
For the school.
Right, for the school. We don't have the authority to put your hands on children if they're getting rowdy. Yes, that when you work in the special education, there are certain classes that you can take, like the CPI classes, where they teach you how to just like maneuver them so you don't get hurt. But I think that that's all the training administrators and everyone should take, not just the paraeducators.
And they didn't put them on lockdown or what?
See, that's the thing. I don't understand how this boy was able to kill so many people. Son muchas preguntas que tengo sobre esta situación y la razón porque les digo, la razón que estamos tocando tema en eso es porque nosotros hemos trabajado en eso, trabajamos en eso y ha habido situaciones que hemos estado nosotras donde nosotros reportamos las cosas, que miramos un estudiante que pues nos da mala espina, algo no está bien, están teniendo problemas
Or
en
you
su
see a
casa.
suspicion, alguien sospechoso que está pasando por la escuela. Y it's our job to report it, let them know a heads up. Hey, there's something suspicious
pero
out
I
there.
think que como un lado de la comunidad también,
a lot of the
la
workers
gente
and
ya no anda preguntando, ya no preguntan. Oye, perdón, ya la gente tiene miedo de platicar con la gente, ya tienen miedo de preguntarle en cualquier trabajo. So, ese es el consejo del día. Por favor, en cualquier trabajo, no le hace si es en la construcción, no le hace que sea en un restaurante. Si ya es de noche y ya vas a cenar y llega alguien que está sospechoso, hey, hi, can I help you? ¿En qué te puedo ayudar? No nomás te quedas hasta que reaccionen. Be proactive, not reactive. Because I've noticed that. And I don't know what happened. We don't know the situation. All I can tell you es lo que leí ahora que pasó. Leí que el muchacho venía de una familia pues con problemas. Él tenía un impedimento de tartamudez y se sentía que le estaban haciendo bullying. Luego también la mamá era una drogadicta. No sé si será
no
cierto.
Iba a pasar
yo no sé si será
no
cierto. Y luego otra cosa, se había salido de la escuela. No se iba a graduar de la escuela. Y luego el abuelo, no sabemos si era abuelo paternal o maternal, lo que sea, materno, perdón, pero el abuelo era un criminal, tiene un récord. So, ¿cómo es posible que este muchacho pudo comprar tantas armas? Tenía un trabajo, sí trabajaba el muchacho, lo que sea, pero ¿cómo iba a juntar tanto dinero por tantas armas? Tal vez será diferente en Texas que aquí en California. Aquí en California es bien difícil comprar una arma, porque primero te venden la arma y luego tienes que esperar 10 días para comprar los tiros. So yo no sé qué pasó ahí, pero I really do hope that there's like a lawsuit against the school district over there.
Yes, yeah,
and I really
definitely.
do, because there was too many steps that were not taken for this to be prevented.
To lead up to all
To lead up to this. So
events.
I want to know. I hope that they go into it, and I feel bad for all of the situation, all the schools, any school shooter, any incident that's happened over the last 25 years. I feel for all of them. Like, I remember I was a freshman in high school when Columbine happened. I came home for lunch and I was seeing it on the news, and that was so awful. And I didn't really understand then because I was a kid.
Yes.
But now that I understand, it's like, this should not be happening. You have way too many adults that are just...
And also, nobody wants to scare kids in the schools about awareness. Hey, nobody wants them to become like, what did you say, vigilantes?
They don't want vigilantes.
You need to take action in your own hands when you work anywhere. Anytime.
And I'm not
matter.
saying be a vigilante.
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
But
But you should be aware, and always remember, your voice is your biggest weapon. I don't care what anybody tells you. Your voice, you don't have to be crazy and scream and go crazy. But hey, excuse me, can I help you? Excuse me, do I know you? Can I help you? So I think that's what happened. I don't know how it's just like the poor girl that lost her life in Stockton, California too. I don't understand how there's so many adults and not one adult approached anybody.
But again, people are fearful of weapons. People, oh no, I don't want to
get involved. Or is it too because they're just tunnel vision? Like, I'm going to work, I already know I have to be there, I already know I'm stuck on this, and it's just tunnel vision, so they don't see anything from the parallel. Is that what it is?
That's just terrible. I mean, people panic, and also, I mean, you're in a situation like that at school, anywhere. That's terrible. The guy barricaded himself in the classroom. That's what
horrible.
An article
That's
said.
Horrible. So,
and he was in there with the teacher, some kids. So, I mean, that's just terrible. I don't know.
So I just hope that something gets done. something gets done as far like he's not here anymore, so we don't really know what the truth is.
Yeah, now all these
That's
other
another
stuff's
thing.
coming
Now
out.
the friend that's coming out and snitching, you should have snitched on him when before this. Again, I'm telling you,
The
there's
friend
always
that's
things
telling them articles saying that
that they would drive around and hit people with bullets,
BB
gun
guns.
pellets.
He was doing so like this and that, but now like where were you then?
So I just hope again I had to touch light on it because it's in our area of familiarity or whatever you call that. Because that's what we have done in the past. We've been in the school district. We work with kids. We've had situations like that.
And it's staff members as well
yes.
that don't report things. People just don't take it seriously.
But not only that, when you're there, I've noticed that people don't.
They don't pay attention.
They don't pay attention.
People in the office, the staff. Okay, people are coming in. We understand. You should like make eye contact. Hey, what's going on here? No, nobody's just like, oh, I don't know who that was. I don't even know what someone came in. No one pays attention. So how?
So I know that pay is going to be a big issue. People will be like, oh, it's out of my pay grade. Oh, blah blah blah. But you're talking about your life now. We're not talking about just like, oh, I don't care because they don't pay me enough. No, this is your life. This is the life of the children. And some people are like, they're not signed up for that. So maybe that's what it needs to happen. Maybe that's what needs to happen is maybe people need to have more training in the fact that it's obviously happening more.
We don't know more details though. The guy just ran onto this campus here, this elementary school, where gates weren't locked.
So that's what I want to know. Did he know that school? That's what I want to know. Was he familiar with the school and he kind of knew where it opened and how it operated?
Did he not like a teacher?
That's what I want to know. What was the motive for him going into that?
We'll never know, and we're just giving our opinions.
Yes.
From
from our experiences, And again, ask questions. Ask questions. Give it to him. Ask questions.
And also, the whole changing the gun laws, that's not going to do
No,
anything.
the gun laws, if anything, I think we need to go backwards, and everyone should be able to hold a gun. Not felons and stuff. Maybe like do something different with that. But we're different because we're in California. California has very strict laws if you're not aware with it. Dude, really? Hey. Anti-bullying. So anyways, anti-bullying, help. What else would you suggest?
What else? There's just so much.
It's just I'm just really angry about it. I'm upset. I'm really
because
upset.
obviously this kid, this student, if he was going to some type of independent high school or whatnot, there has to have already been. He was going to be a dropout or somewhat. That's what it said in the article, that he was going to fail. He wasn't going to graduate.
I just want to know, where was the guidance?
Where was guidance?
You have two so-called parents. You have a grandpa and a grandma. So what? They sent him
people
to
need
work,
to pay attention to what their kids are doing as well. Okay, the grandpa didn't know. Okay, he had firearms. Bullshit. Come on, everybody. Come on, man. That's just. There's so many things. There's so many
scenarios that I can think of in my head, but I'm not gonna go and do that.
And it's just like, and again, who was what? I don't even know what he was. Was he Latin?
We don't know.
Yeah, but it's always raza fucking killing the other raza as well.
Yeah,
I mean, that's something. That's a whole.
That's what I want to
topic.
know too. Was it targeted? Was it? It seemed to me. I just saw bits and pieces of the victims, but it seemed like all the victims were some type of Hispanic. Is it because of the area? Did he target them because they were Hispanics and he claimed to be bullied? These are all the questions that I have. And again, let's just go back to school safety. School safety, because now you got people that want to homeschool their kids, which is fine. We do that. It's fine. It's not for everyone. But I really think that it goes back to the adults. The adults that work on the campus, lunch ladies, get to know your students. Administrators, get to know your students.
There are some teachers, like teachers' aides, anyone in the staff that are like, oh my gosh, I've never even seen that student here before. It's like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, he's been going here for this many years.
I mean,
people don't pay attention, and they're just so oblivious. They need to fucking
Again,
wake
I think
up.
it's tunnel vision.
They
They take the job for the money. And it's just like, it's a routine. It's embedded in them. I have to be there in my office. I don't see anything else around me. I think that needs to change.
Having more officers is not going to. That's not going to stop anybody.
Because obviously, if you pay attention and if you follow what has been going on, it builds up over time. I don't know how many years this kid was bullied.
Yeah, we don't know.
They just said. So it's obvious. It's not something. It's not like he woke up one day and said, you know what, today I feel like shooting people. And again, I'm not justifying his actions. I'm just saying that if you go back and you look back at all these school shootings, there's always signs. Accidents, I really do feel, can be prevented. So let's get on it. Let's prevent these things. Let's prevent these things from happening, and hopefully somebody can watch this and maybe it'll spark a light bulb or something in their head. I don't know, but
también, like, so many like different things that come up. It's like, oh, y racistas and all that stuff, porque the police lo mataron, y es Latino, and now it's like,
are they saying that? They're
I'm
not
not
saying
sure.
that.
So
I didn't hear that.
not
I didn't
yet.
hear that. I didn't hear
But
that.
come on, that's what I'm talking
But
about.
again,
People
okay,
all
so
come together
now
talking
we're gonna
about
go
this.
into another topic. We talked about school safety, but now let's get deeper into it, okay? And again, I really wish that there would be people giving us feedback, but whatever. So anyways, let's go into it. Okay, so now you got the school safety. So where was this kid's parents? You got people, hey, stop. Let's go back into like what you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and right now here in California anyways, on the TikTok and all this stuff, we're seeing all these ex-gang members trending where they want to unite, they want unity and all this shit. So what do you guys feel about that guy? That kid was some type of Latino and he killed Raza. So I guess what I'm saying is people wanting unity, okay? We don't know if that kid was involved in anything like that too. Did he kill them because they were Chicanos? Supposedly he was a Chicano too, right?
That's what they're saying. But we don't know. They just said he was a citizen. They didn't say what type of Latin.
So you had started and then
there was just like, how a lot of them, like with the vendors going on también, how they're like, oh, we got to get together and we need justice for the raza and this unity.
So where are all you people?
Racistas because
Okay, so I want to see all these people that were for that. What do you guys feel about this stuff? What are you guys going to do in your own communities? Are you going to volunteer? That's the thing too. I've noticed that in the schools too. They don't want parent volunteers. So how do you want the community to be better if some of the teachers, they have their own ways of thinking and they don't want other adults in their classroom? They don't want them because they don't want them knowing what's going on. So it's a lot of stuff. And all we can do is bring awareness.
I know.
Because
and now
if we had a solution,
more stuff's going to come out of it now. And the guy's not even here to give his side.
But let's move forward as far as just school safety, life safety. Always, what would you say? I just
pay attention to kids. Pay attention to kids. To your kids. I mean
you have to be intrusive. You have to be intrusive.
You have to.
Sorry, not sorry. No privacy. You live in my house. I'm gonna check that room.
Ask them what happened exactly at school today.
What are you doing?
What happened? What did your teacher do? How do the other staff, treat you at school? The lunch lady, the secretary, the librarian.
Yeah.
All this takes.
Believe your kids, because I'm gonna say that there are some adults who are in the teaching world, administration world, who should not be there dealing with your kids. Remember, this is a precious time. I'm talking about like elementary to middle school. High school, by then, kids, again, if they have too many problems, they drop out. They don't finish. So I think that's what happened to this kid. I think he might have had issues. And again, this is just my opinion. I think he had bullying issues from elementary into middle school, and never got the help he needed, was angry.
Then probably didn't have the support at home.
Exactly, and they probably made fun of him too. I bet you they did.
And I mean, it's just...
Some of it is culture. All right, let's wrap this up. Some of it is culture. So again, consejo del día.
Because he kind of got the
dropouts?
The dropouts.
So again...
Because social media, they did put that in that article, that he was about to be a dropout from high school.
And the grandpa's trying to cover it that he was a dropout. If you're going to continuation school, that you're a dropout. That means it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You can always change it. But our word of dropout, we use the word dropout a lot. And again, going back to what's going on, just everything that's it's a big old circle of, I know, everything that's a big circle of Latins, culture, shit that's on social media, like these ex-gang members that are trying to build unity and all that stuff. Okay, dropout. They don't like to be called dropouts, but you are a dropout. You are a dropout, and anybody can be a dropout. That's what I want to make clear today. Anybody, when I say a dropout, it could be somebody who used to be in cosmetology school and they did it and it wasn't for them. It's too rough for them. It got too rough and they quit. It could be anybody, anything.
Yes, anything.
You pick up a gym membership and it got too hard for you and you just don't want to do it. You're a dropout. Like this kid, I don't know what happened. I'm not justifying what he did, but obviously he didn't get the help he needed. And these poor babies had to pay for it. And that is so awful. And I really feel like it could have been prevented. And taking away the guns is not going to help. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm not getting into politics. I don't pick sides. Go to the car then. I don't pick sides or anything. But we'll leave it at that. the word dropout, they put it in the media, so it is a word, it does exist. You can be a dropout. Don't be a dropout. If you have kids, you need to be involved in your kids. You need to be asking them what they're doing. Believe your kids. If they're telling you that they're being bullied by somebody, they most likely are. Every kid is different. Remember, everybody takes the feelings, especially these kids that have these other health impairments. That's what they're called, you know, when they have like a stuttering issue or learning disability or whatever, or emotional issue, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Believe your kids. Be involved in them. Ask the questions. Something's not right, you need to report it. I'm sure that there was kids that were too afraid or whatnot, but we need to stay on top of this. We need to stop this. This needs to stop. This is the only country that kids have to worry about going to school and not sure if they're going to make it back alive or not.
Yeah,
What shouldn't be happening. It should not be happening. And another thing, it shouldn't be happening because it's domestic terrorism.
That is.
Domestic terrorism, your own people. And what I mean by my own people is Americans. Americans, all of them have been Americans. They haven't been foreigners. And I don't care if that sounds wrong or whatever, but it is. They're facts. They are facts. So everyone stay safe. Condolences to Uvalde community. Again, I don't know what happened, but it's horrible. And keep your kids safe. Ask questions. Be intrusive. Anything else?
Pretty much it.
And anybody working in the school systems, be vigilant.
attention.
Always pay attention. I don't care. Go. All right. Have a good night. Thank you. God bless you. Let's go.